Super Sisters. Today, we're gonna be reading a bedtime classic. We're gonna hear how this little bunny gets ready for bedtime. This book, Goodnight Moon, is by Margaret Weiss Brown, pictures by Clement Hurd. Now say it with me. Front, back, spine.
This is a very big book.
It is.
In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of
the cow jumping over the moon.
and there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs.
Count them with me. 1, 2, 3.
Good job.
And 2 little kittens and a pair of mittens right here.
And a little toy house and a young mouse. Can anyone find the mouse on this page?
That's right.
Right there.
Right there, yeah. And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush.
Mush is kind of like oatmeal. And a quiet old lady whispering, hush.
Goodnight room.
Goodnight moon.
Goodnight cow jumping over the moon.
Goodnight light and the red balloon. Goodnight bears. Goodnight chairs.
Goodnight kittens.
Goodnight mittens.
Goodnight clocks and goodnight socks.
And it said clocks, so there must be more than one clock on this page. Why don't we find them together? Well, I see one blue one here over the fireplace. What about you, sis? Where do you see one?
Oh, I see. I see a yellow one here on the table. So 2 clocks.
Good night, little house.
And good night, mouse.
Good night, comb. And good night, brush.
Good night, nobody.
Good night, mush.
And good night to the old lady whispering, hush.
Good night, stars.
Good night, air.
Good night, noises everywhere.
The end. Now, this little bunny said goodnight to all the objects and toys in his room. What's your goodnight routine? Do you say goodnight to anything before you go to bed? If you enjoyed reading Goodnight Moon and want to hear more stories, be sure to follow us below.